The Philistines and the Israelites were at war. The Philistine army gathered on one mountain, the Israelite army on the opposite hill, with a valley between them. Every morning and every evening, a man stepped forward from the Philistine camp. His name was Goliath of Gath. He was over 9 feet tall, a giant by every definition. He wore bronze armor weighing more than 120 pounds. His spear alone was heavier than most men could lift. And Goliath didn't come to fight an army. He came to terrorize them. He shouted, "Choose a man and have him come down to fight me. If he can fight and kill me, we will become your servants. But if I defeat him, you will become our servants." Day after day, 40 days. And Scripture tells us something powerful. When Saul and all Israel heard these words, they were dismayed and greatly afraid. The king was afraid. The soldiers were afraid. The entire nation stood still, paralyzed by fear. Now enter David. David wasn't a soldier. He wasn't trained for war. He was a shepherd boy, the youngest of 8 brothers. His father Jesse sent him to the battlefield not to fight, but to deliver food and check on his brothers. As David arrived, he heard Goliath shouting his insults. He saw the fear in the Israelite army, and he asked a simple but dangerous question. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? While everyone else saw a giant, David saw an insult against God. His brothers mocked him. "Why have you come down here? You're just proud and curious." But David wasn't curious. He was convicted. David was brought before King Saul. Saul looked at him and said, "You are not able to go against this Philistine. You are only a youth, and he has been a warrior since his youth." But David replied with a testimony. He said, "When I was tending my father's sheep, a lion or a bear would come and carry off a lamb. I went after it, struck it, and rescued the lamb. The Lord who delivered me from the lion and the bear will deliver me from this Philistine." David understood something powerful. Victory in public begins with faithfulness in private. No one applauded him when he fought lions. No one filmed him when he faced bears. But God was preparing him for something bigger. Saul finally said, "Go, and may the Lord be with you." Saul dressed David in royal armor, but it didn't fit. David tried to walk and couldn't. Then he said something crucial. "I cannot go in these because I am not used to them." So he took them off. Instead, David picked up his staff, his sling, and 5 smooth stones from the stream. Sometimes the biggest mistake we make is trying to fight our battles the way others do, instead of the way God designed us to. David stepped into the valley. Goliath saw him and laughed. "Am I a dog, that you come at me with sticks? Come here, and I'll give your flesh to the birds and wild animals." Then David spoke, and his words echo through history. "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. Today the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel." David didn't deny the danger. He declared the authority of God. As Goliath moved closer, David ran toward the battle, not away. He reached into his bag, placed a stone in his sling, swung it, and released. The stone struck Goliath in the forehead. The giant fell face down on the ground. The impossible had happened. David stood over him, took Goliath's own sword, and finished the victory. The Philistine army fled. Israel pursued. Fear turned into triumph. David didn't win because he was strong. He won because he trusted God completely. When Saul asked, "Whose son are you, young man?" David answered simply, "I am the son of your servant Jesse of Bethlehem." From the sheepfold to the battlefield, from obscurity to purpose, God had revealed his chosen servant. This story isn't asking you to fight giants with stones. It's asking you to ask yourself, what giant has been mocking your faith? What fear has kept you standing still? Where is God asking you to trust Him more than your strength? Your giant may be fear, failure, addiction, doubt, pressure, or feeling insignificant. Remember this: the size of your giant does not determine the size of your God. Like David, you may feel overlooked, unqualified, too young, too small. But God specializes in using the unlikely to accomplish the unforgettable. If this story encouraged you, like the video, subscribe to this channel, and share this message with someone who needs courage today. Because faith still defeats fear, and God is still greater than every giant.